Probably around half an hour, so yeah, it's gonna be good. We're doing it. Oi. Yeah. Finally back. Again. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm like, boy, stop. Run that.
It's gonna be a bit rocky out here.
I'm drinking again, guys.
She's drinking, it's getting rocky, it's going great. Let's make a documentary. There's a fire on the ship, so we're at a muster station. Try not to panic, but it's fucking terrifying. Yeah.
Epic adventure, a captain's worst fear, fire. Flames roar from a portside balcony in the early hours.
A fire emergency.
Carrying out our searches. We've managed to clear a couple of the decks and make sure there's no one in there, and we're just continuing upwards as we go. We have put on the ventilation to help us clear the smoke now that we know the fire is extinguished, and there may be areas where you can see or smell the smoke coming through the ventilation. However, there is no cause for concern or alarm. This is merely the air conditioning system extracting the smoke from the area. I have turned the ship to help with the wind across the open decks, and this is also helping to clear the smoke. As soon as we've completed our searches and our muster is correct, I'll come back to you. Thank you all for your patience.
It's been like almost an hour now since we got the alarm.
It started at 3 AM. We got emergency notification, like they did speaker announcements and they played the general emergency alarm. They didn't play it properly, they played one long blast, which they never tell us about. Which was, they said evacuate decks 9 and 10 and 11.
Was every deck
and then 2 seconds later was every deck. And so we were already down here because we were panicking, so we had to run back and get our life jackets.
Fun.
Yeah.
We literally only went to sleep an hour and a half ago too.
And we might not even be able to go on our second cruise because we're on the next cruise. If they have to cancel it.
We are doing a secondary sweep. In the meantime, if I could ask you all please to get yourselves checked off in your muster stations. When we have a full muster, we'll be able to go back to the cabins. So please assist our teams in the muster stations, and everyone needs to be checked off for full accountability. Thanks very much for your cooperation.
It's been an hour. Keep documenting. So it's,
I just poked myself in the fucking eye.
It's now 4 AM. It's been an hour since the fire started. Well, since they announced that the fire has started. We are still sitting at our muster waiting for people to check off their cards, but yeah. Still here. Oh, tired as all hell.
Yeah, I'm tired as shit.
Hopefully we can go back soon, but I'm so scared that the fire's gonna like restart. Yeah. 4:16. So yeah. My face is so hot. But yeah, hopefully things are okay and our next cruise doesn't get cancelled.
Just a few people left, please. If you have not had yourself checked off in the muster stations, please can you do so as soon as possible, and then we'll all be able to stand down and go back to the cabins. Woo. Thank you.
Right, half an hour.
Oh good. We're all good. Just really tired. It's now been 2 hours since it started.
I just had a fat nap.
Shooty fell asleep. The emergency is now over. We're going back to our cabin. It's now 2 hours later. This ship still smells like it's burning, so it's fun. It smells like electrical, like,
Yeah.
but there's no, how the hell did an electrical fire start on a balcony? Anyway, we're going to bed for a few hours and then we're going to do edge activities, so yeah. So now the emergency is completely over. It's now the end of the day, so it is currently like 10:50 right now PM. So yesterday we boarded the ship. We were on at 11 AM. The ship was smooth, like literally everything was going smoothly. We did our edge activities, we sailed away, everything was good. We went to the show at 7 o'clock, went to the 9 o'clock, oh, we didn't go to 9 o'clock show, but yeah. We went to a show, we went to White Night Party. We went to bed around 2 AM because we stayed out at the party. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, so 1 hour after we went to bed, I woke up to a captain's announcement saying evacuate floors 9, 10 and 11, and I was like, oh shit, that doesn't sound good. And then I was confused on why it was just those 3, because I didn't hear anything else because I was asleep during the first part of that announcement. They sounded the alarm, the general emergency alarm. They didn't play the 7 short blast, that means abandoned ship. They didn't tell us that just playing 1 long was just go to your muster station. We weren't told that. But yeah, so as soon as we heard that sound, I woke up my friend because she was still asleep. I said to her, like, we gotta go, something's happening. I stuck my head out the door and I heard another announcement saying there's a fire team and all this stuff, like all these announcements. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is real, this is happening. So we rushed out, we went to our muster station, which was the Black Circus. Our deck at the time hadn't been told to evacuate, but we were just scared. So we said, you know what, we're gonna go anyway. Like it's not gonna hurt if we go. So we went, and maybe 2 minutes after us getting there, they told to evacuate every single deck. And we were very, very scared. So we said to the person working there, should we go and get our life jackets, because we didn't bring them with us? And they said, yes, go get them. So we ran upstairs and grabbed them, and we could smell a lot of smoke. We couldn't see any smoke, but we could smell it. So we went back to our muster station, we sat down, we were told everyone had to sit, and we had to stay there. It was so scary. Like, we had no idea what was happening. The captain was making all of these announcements in codes, saying to send, but what it sounded like was send certain teams to deck 10. So what we found out was there was a balcony fire on deck 10. So that fire was luckily contained just to that balcony, but at the time we weren't sure how bad it was going to get. So they evacuated the whole ship into the muster stations. We had to sit in our muster stations for about 2.5 hours. So we were at our muster station till 5:30 a.m. today. So that was this morning. So we sat in the muster stations, and they kept saying to the crew teams to get ready for abandoned ship. They were outside preparing the lifeboats. Luckily, they were able to put out the fire, and it didn't get past the one room. There is a picture that I'll put up that shows where the fire was and how bad it was. It's just like a picture of the outside of the ship. And so they were able to put out the fire, luckily. We still had to sit in our muster station for a long time after the fire was put out, because people were missing from the deck that the fire was on. And that deck was completely covered with smoke. So they had really thick smoke on that deck. We were sitting in the muster station till 5:30 a.m. At that point, everyone had been scanned, everyone was safe, the fire was completely out. There was no chance of it relighting or anything like that. And we went to bed. We woke up around 9 o'clock and we went and did edge activities and just carried on with our day. And everything on the ship has been like normal. It's like nothing happened. The captain did make an announcement saying thank you to all the passengers and crew for working like quickly and safely and not like panicking not panicking. And so we are back in Sydney. We're not in the port, we're just we've sailed outside of Sydney a day early. We still have one more full sea day on this cruise, so I believe that we may sail in tomorrow morning. If not, we will sail in on the day we're meant to sail in, which is the 30th. We believe that there will be repairs done to the ship to fix that balcony. Not sure when that'll be. It may be on the 30th. However, me and my friend, we are on the next cruise. So this could delay our next cruise from happening. It may not. But there's lots of stories about the ship catching fire. Everybody's safe. Nobody got hurt. Yes, it was very scary in the time. We thought we were going to abandon ship, but we didn't have to. Everyone's safe. We're all okay. And it's the same. This is the same day at night. So It feels crazy to think that this happened this morning. It feels like it happened ages ago, like yesterday, the day before. So, yeah, we're all okay. There's nothing to worry about. The ship is fine. It will need repairs, but that's it. As I am filming this, I am still on the ship. Like you can see if I zoom in, which it's not going to let me, but we are on the ship currently. It is May 28th. This is my personal experience of the fire. I was on deck 8. That's where I am. This was my experience. Obviously, people on the ship in other cabins would have had slightly different experiences to what happened, how they felt. But this is how me and my friend felt. We were very scared, but we're safe, we're okay, we've moved past it. We still don't know what started it. We believe it was like a cigarette possibly, or an electrical fire. But yeah, nobody really knows what happened, or at least we're not being told what happened at this moment. Yeah. So this is my truest statement as to what happened. Obviously there's gonna be lots of different versions of the story, but as I said, this is mine and my friend's version of what happened for us, but overall it's what happened for everybody on the ship, in the sense of how we all had to evacuate and what actually went down. But yes, we've continued our cruise. They haven't said that we were going to end our cruise early or anything like that, as the fire was on only in the one cabin, so yeah.
Look, I know the first night didn't go to plan, but what I would like to say, it does go to show the training that we do as a crew, week in and week out. I've been here 12 years, that's the first time I've ever gone to the general emergency alarm, and we've had to get everyone in the muster stations, and I think the crew did an absolutely unbelievable job. And I would just like to say as well, it's not just the crew. A lot of people have come up to me this cruise and thanked the crew on what they did. I'll let you know now that if it wasn't for your help as well and listening to the instructions that we're trained on, that could have been a whole different situation. And especially for that time in the morning, I think all of you really played your part as well. So I think you should give yourselves a big round of applause for making that as seamless as possible. All right. Look, I really hope you've had a fantastic time. We do want to see you on another cruise in the future. What I would like to say though is...
Back in port, safe and sound, the P&O cruise ship at Pacific Adventure after fire damaged the cabin deck near the weekend. Passengers had to put on life jackets and muster at emergency stations as firefighters tackled the blaze while the ship was off Bateman's Bay on the south coast. The cause of the fire